here for Love and Hip Hop Season 3, Episode 8. I'm trying to move my notes up. I had to come in the bathroom and hide away because my daughter will not let me be great on camera. And her father has taken over the bed and the TV. So my lovely bathroom is the only place I can get privacy. But anyway, hope you guys can hear me because the vent is on and it's right above me. So let's get into it. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 3 Episode 8. So it starts off with Ray J and Princess, and they're both doing their wedding list. And you know, Ray J, now this scene, if anybody is a big Martin fan like I am, remember when Martin and Gina was planning their wedding, and Martin had everybody from his barber to the mailman to his old school teacher on his list talking about, Mrs. Tolliver saved my life, man. She stopped me from eating glue. You know, if she wouldn't have saved my life, I'd have been here with it. I'd have been here. That's how, that's what Ray J reminded me of. Because they going through the list. He got Tyrone from up the street, Pookie from the bodega, you know, Mimi from the hair shop. You know, he got all these people on his list. And his list is 5 pages. So, you know, that was the comedic portion of it. But real life, Princess has a list too. And her list is smaller. And her list is up in the air because she's not even sure if all the people on her list are even going to come. So she's like, I'm not sure if my mom is coming. I don't know what's going on with my dad because I haven't really spoken to him, but I would really like for him to walk me down the aisle. So, you know, Ray J is like, regardless as to anything, you know, this is supposed to be the best day of your life, and I'm going to make sure you're loved, especially from my side of the family. There's nothing but love from my side of the family. So Princess said that, you know, her grandmother is very happy that Princess is getting married, but her grandmother is too sick to travel. So, you know, Ray is like, regardless as to anything, I'm going to make sure, you know, everything goes smooth and I have your back. And I'm like, you know what, that's the type of support she needs, you know. So now we get to Fizz and Willie, and they're in the studio. And Willie is like, he wants to repair his marriage because he knows he's done Shonda wrong. And he said, you know, he explained to Fizz what happened, how she hit him up, and he you know, fell into the trap like a dummy. But he admits that he's wrong. He just wants to make it work with Shonda. So, you know, Fizz is like, you know, I feel bad for him because, you know, he's married and I know he loves his wife and he didn't mean for any of this to happen. But, you know, it is what it is. So Willie is like, he'll do anything it takes to get Shonda back and, you know, everything back to normal. But he has a lot of work to do because Shonda can no longer trust him. And he got her out here looking like a fool for him. So now we get to Moniece and Masika. And let me see. She's rehearsing, and then they're discussing the whole session with Brandy, Masika, and Max. And, you know, Masika is letting Moniece know what happened and how Brandy came in. Excuse me. Busting in on the session and whatnot. So Moniece is like, well, I have tea, you know, to tell. I got some tea to spill with you, you know. So some girl wrote me, and, you know, she inboxed me and was telling me something about Max and Brandy. Basically, Max had a Becky, which is, I guess, a white girl, and Brandy went to Max's place looking for the girl, and I think the girl was there and she chased the girl out or whatever, and there was a police report and all this other craziness. So Moniece is gonna get the police report and expose Brandy. Now Masika is like, okay, I can understand you wanting to get revenge on Brandy or whatever, but I think this is too far, and you are just, you know, it makes no sense. Like, because Moniece is talking about exposing Brandy at her listening party for her single, and Masika is like, well, what is that going to do for you? Like, that's taking it too far, and you could quite possibly be ruining a business opportunity for yourself. Moniece is like, girl, there'll be plenty of other listening parties, but this would be the best thing to do at this listening party because, you know, it's the best way to expose her. So Masika is like, okay. Moniece just does not care. So Princess is going wedding dress shopping, and she would like to be doing the wedding dress shopping with her mom, but her mom lives far. She didn't invite Brandy, Ray J's sister, and her mom because it would have made her sad that her own family wasn't there. So Ray J arrives, surprising her, and excuse me. Well, it was Princess and I guess 2 of her cousins there, her friends, somebody. So Ray J arrives wanting to surprise her, and you know, he surprises her with her grandmother. So her grandmother is there, and they start talking. Her grandmother's her father's mother, so they start talking, and the grandmother's like, well, it would be ideal for him to walk you down the aisle. He does love you. He does want to walk you down the aisle or whatever. So Princess is like, all I'm really hoping for is that the wedding will help us rebuild our relationship. And because she knows that her dad wants to walk her down the aisle, that makes her even more hopeful that that's a step in rebuilding their relationship. So now we get to Nikki, Lyrica, and Phil, and they're discussing Nikki and Safari, and she's saying that she misses Safari. So Phil is like, well, you know you my girl, but I got something to tell you. Safari went to Miami recently, and he saw some chick, and he slept with some chick in Miami, and you know, I got the girl's information if you want to see who she is or whatever. So he gives that to Nikki. Nikki is like, she wants to sit Safari and the girl down to get the truth, which is gonna be a disaster. So now we get to Willie and Shonda. Willie wants to start new, and he wants to find a happy place. So he had like this candlelit romantic evening planned for them, and Shonda doesn't feel like it's genuine. She's tired of putting her feelings and priorities on hold as a mom, a wife, an individual in general. So she's like, you know, I just feel like I need to get back to my happy place. I need to get myself together. You know, I just need to be selfish for the moment. So we can't fix our marriage together. We have to fix it apart. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're, you know, divorcing. It just means that she wants to do what she needs to do for herself by herself, which is completely understandable. So Princess and Brandy meet up, and they get together, and they see that Moniece invited them to a listening party. So Princess is reading the listening invite or whatever, and they both already see, okay, Moniece is up to something. So they said that they'll go to the listening party for a laugh or whatever, because we all know she can't sing, she can't do nothing, you know, she just, you know, she's terrible, she's a joke or whatever, but we'll go just to laugh. So now we get to Ray J, Soulja Boy, A1, and Safari, and they're doing a drink tasting. They start discussing the Nikki situation, and, you know, talking about how it went with Safari telling them, you know, what Ray J said. And Ray J was like, well, did you say 3 words? I want it all. I'm sitting up here like, can y'all count? I want it all. That's 4 words. Ray J, go back to elementary school. So, you know, he was like, yeah, I said I want it all. So Ray J was like, well, then how'd it go? He said, I didn't get it all. And he was like, you know, I didn't get it all. You know, they basically kicked me out the room, and I left them, you know, just to talk about whatever. So he was like, I am meeting up with her. So Ray J was like, well, I'll be your help. And you know how people go on dates or whatever, and they have an earbud in their ear, and there's a person directing them. He's like, I'm gonna do that for you. You go meet up with Nikki, and I'm gonna tell you what to say. So he's like, oh yeah, bad. I'm like, Safari, you so stupid, because the last time Ray J gave you advice, it backfired. What make you think this ain't gonna backfire on you? So now they get to the listening party. Masika is there, and Moniece and them are just waiting for Princess and Brandy to arrive. So Masika is still in her mind trying to make sense of what exactly Moniece is going to get out of exposing this girl. So Moniece is just like, I don't care. You know, she attacked me as a mother. She attacked my character. I'm tired of people attacking me, and I don't do anything to them. So this is my revenge. So Princess, Brianna, Danae, and Brandy arrive. Moniece gets on the stage and she's exposing Brandy about the Becky and how she has a police report and how Brandy is a stalker or whatever. So people are sitting there laughing and Brandy is like, you know what? You're a joke. So next thing you know, Princess is sitting at the chair and she's taking her shoes off and she takes them and she tries to she threw them under the table and then she's running after Moniece trying to attack her. Moniece is just standing there. So Moniece is like, listen, one thing I've learned is to live unapologetically. I don't feel bad about anything that I've done. And, you know, I know this isn't over. I know it's just going to escalate. And Masika is like, she just made this situation go from bad to worse. So now we get to Willie. He's packing his clothes and packing his stuff, getting his own little space, and he says he's gonna give Shonda space. He's very mad at himself. He feels regret about how everything went down, but he's hoping with time that things will get better. So, you know, Fizz is with him and Fizz drives off with him and they go, I guess, to Willie's place, help him unpack or whatever. So now we get to Safari. Safari is Soulja Boy and Ray. He puts the earbud in his ear and then he's sitting there waiting for Nikki. So as soon as Nikki comes in, he's like, you know, Ray J is like, oh, say you got me effed up. He like, yo, you got me effed up. Nikki's like, first of all, you're not going to dress me like that. You're going to dress me with hi, how are you? How are you doing? He's like, no, I dress you how I want to address you. And I'm like, Safari is an idiot. So he wants to know where he and Nikki stand. And, you know, Safari is like, I wouldn't have you looking crazy out here on these streets. So Nikki confronts him about the Miami chick and he's like, he said, I'm a celebrity. I'm not gonna make a comment on that one. He said, I'm a celebrity. I take pics with a lot of people. You know, she's a fan. So then Nikki brings the girl in and Ray J is like, wait a minute, it sounds like something is going left. Like, you know, the plan is failing, it's backfiring. So Safari is like, I do not know this girl. You know, I don't know who she is. And the girl is like, you don't know me? You don't remember we was at the hotel? And da, da, da. He's like, no, I don't know you or whatever. So Safari gets up and leaves. And he goes outside and meets with Ray and Soulja Boy and tells them what happened. He's like, yo, I ain't got time for this. I honestly feel like Nikki is the problem. I'm going to fall back. I'm going to give her room because this is too much. It basically ended on that note. So y'all let me know how y'all felt about this episode. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.